Hi, everyone, and welcome to Double Lives. I'm here with Lucy. Welcome to the channel. If you are just randomly browsing by, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that follow so you don't miss out. We're doing actually double streaming today. So we are doing Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So we will be able to see questions from both. So if you haven't yet followed Lucy, Lucy is at the Fallen Star. So head over to her channel and check her out as well.
Should I provide a link for that?
Yeah. I don't know why I don't say. I keep forgetting your link.
Okay, let me go up. Yeah.
So if you are new, remember super chat and donations take priority. We do one card pulls, and each card after that is $1. And if you want to do a longer reading, it is $20.
Okay.
So we are just going to welcome some people. Hi, Vibration. Hi, Ola. Hi, Lillian. So we are streaming from Facebook and YouTube today. So super excited.
Yeah, super excited.
All right. So remember, super chat and donations take priority. Otherwise, we do choose randomly from the chat. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have Ola, love reading.
Okay, so for that, I pulled out the Fool. I see that, you're ready for new love, you believe you're ready for new love, and you want to experience new things. Oh my god, you got that deck?
I did.
That's amazing. No, I do not go live on my YouTube channel. I only have like 9 subscribers right now, 10. I am doing shadow work as a main thing on my channel, but right now I have the Fool. And back to the reading. I see that you're ready and looking for new love. You want something that is new and that is good for you. However, a part of you is afraid of going on that journey because you've been previously hurt in different relationships before, or you've been disappointed. What I'm seeing here right now is that you got to be patient. It'll come to you when you least expect it, and this person's going to be someone who is different than what your previous romantic encounters have been like.
Yeah. It feels like in the past here with the Three of Swords here that you've been through the ringer with a lot of pain, a lot of heartache that's been happening from relationship to relationship. It's important to see things, in a new perspective and to not get hung up on just the things that have been happening in the past. It's important to move forward with a clear mind and clear conscience. Did you freeze, Lucy?
Oh no.
So that is what I'm seeing, Ola.
Yeah, I affirm that with the Fool. It looks like you're ready for something new, but you gotta work on healing that past trauma first.
Yes. So we will leave you with that, Ola. Thank you for letting us read for you, and we wish you all the best. So remember, super chat and donations take priority. Otherwise, we choose randomly from the chat. Any donation is greatly appreciated, and if you want to do a longer reading, it is $20. All right, so just choose a randomly now. All right, so we have RD Intuitive Tarot. What is the current energy of Narish towards me? Okay.
I have the Eight of Swords. I could see that the current energy between you two is very straining, very tired, a bit draining, a bit toxic, and both of you guys need to pull away from each other. I don't necessarily see it being anyone's fault other than, there's internal conflicts going in between you guys. I see a lot of conflict, a lot of anger that just needs to be resolved, and a lot of this could just be resolved by taking a break from one another. I see that both of you guys are in this kind of defensive stance where there's a lot of tension between you two.
Yeah, and I see here with the Fool here, so it feels like that there's a new adventures waiting. You're taking a leap of faith when it comes to your feelings, and you don't know what's lying ahead, but you know that you have all the tools you need in order to take that leap.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should use the Nightmare Before Christmas one. This one's holographic and it's hard to see.
Yeah, I want to see the Nightmare Before Christmas one. I love that movie.
Me too. Me too. It's one of my favorites. It's really pretty, the artwork.
Ooh. That is so pretty.
Valentina, thank you for your donation. We appreciate it very much. What is your question? Okay, so I need some guidance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a reading saying he wants to come back. I don't know if I should stay or wait for him. Will it be worth it in the future if I stay?
The last card. Okay, so I pulled out 4 cards. So first off, I have the Moon. I can see you guys are in a bit of a cycle where you guys kind of go back and forth with the argument, with arguing and feeling in love again. And there is a little bit of a cycle that's going on between you two. And you guys are seeing shadows of your past self. And I do see this as being a bit of a karmatic relationship that is meant to expose some things you both have to work on when it comes to each other before you end up finding the respective people you're meant to be with. I see that you two were learning a lot of deep life lessons together. And then with this card, I have Judgment. And with Judgment, I'm seeing is that he's kind of getting his karma for how he treated you. He does genuinely feel sorry, but with this, I don't necessarily see him being the one. And then with the card, the Queen of Pentacles, I see that, you've been focusing on your career, you've been focusing on you, and you've been doing the right things for you. You've been focusing on other needs that aren't love, and I see that you don't really have time for him in your life. And then with the Seven of Cups, I see that if you two end up going back into it, there's going to be a lot of emotional heartache, and my advice here is that I wouldn't go back to it just simply because okay, can you hear now? But anyways, with the Seven of Cups, I am seeing here that you should not. Oh, the sound is cut off? Melissa, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh.
It probably is on your end, so you might have to close out the app and then re-enter again. She'll be back, guys. But I see here with... Oh, here she is. Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, so do you want to do the reading, or should I just restart the reading? I'm so confused.
No, that's okay. I'll go ahead and start. We have the Four of Candles, which is the Four of Wands.
Ooh, I love that. It's
It's
vampire
really.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. We have the Four of Candles, which is the Four of Wands. So this is stating that there's some inner work that needs to be done. It feels like here with these cards here, get out of the rut and don't be patient. It feels like that you've been stuck in a rut for a while, and it feels like things have been rushed, and it's important to be patient and to not rush on things. And we have here, there might have been some rejection back in the past that you've been subjected to. So it's really important to let go. There might be some conflicts that have been happening. So it's really important to just handle things positively. And with the Four of Candles here, this is just stating, keep looking up, keep having that fire passion.
Okay, so what I have here is the moon. I see that you two have been going in a very long cycle when it comes to healing, getting back together, wanting to date again, and it's been a little bit draining on both of you. I see that both of you do see the good in each other, and both of you do love each other, but I see this as a little bit more of a karmatic relationship where you're meant to learn life lessons together as opposed to dating and being together forever. And I see it as it just being a bit draining on both of your parts. And then what I see here is judgment. I do see that this person does regret how they treated you, how they've been to you, and they do want to change. However, I'm seeing here that they still need to work on themselves, and they also need to cut off a lot of bad habits they're not really truly fully cutting off just yet. And what I'm seeing here also is that, it's not fully your fault as to why this person treated you badly. It also has to do with a lot of trauma that they felt within themselves. And then what I see here with the Queen of Pentacles is that you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your career, you're focusing on the things that make you happy right now, and you don't really have time for a lot of the drama that this person is going through. And what I'm seeing with the Seven of Cups is that there's a lot of emotion, that there'll be a lot of emotional baggage if you take him back. And what I'm seeing here is that you should just focus on yourself and focus on what you're already doing. This person may have been, great to you, but I see here that if you take them back, there's going to be a lot of defense going on, and it's just not going to be a really good situation. Okay.
I'm putting your channel in the comments.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Hi, Luna.
Hi. So there was someone who donated like $5.
Yeah, that was Flea Little Piggy. Thank you so much for your donation, Flea Little Piggy. So let's see what their question is. And good luck, Valentina. We appreciate it very much. So is my ex in Chicago happy with his current relationship?
Okay.
I probably will have to look in the guidebook because this is actually the first time I'm using these cards.
Okay. So what I have here is the Page of Pentacles. What I see what your ex is doing is more responsible when it comes to his new relationship. I see here that he's trying to make sure he doesn't make the same mistakes as he did in his previous relationships with his current new one. And then with the Two of Swords, what I'm seeing here is that, yeah, you know, there's conflict when it comes to this because he isn't really fully healed from the trauma in his previous relationships, but he's trying hard to be the better man for this person, and he genuinely feels sorry for how a lot of these relationships have ended when it came on his behalf. And then what I have here is the Ace of Cups. I see here that this is a new emotional opening for him, and he is happy with the person he's currently with.
Yeah, I can verify that with the Two of Cups here. He is currently very happy with the person that he is with. I have to probably use my other cards. They're holographic. And it feels like here with the Death card, there's a transformation that's been happening. It feels like he's trying to transform and be the better person, like as Lucy said. And it feels like with the Ace of Swords, he is cutting with what no longer serves them. I'm going to use these cards. These are better. Yes, he is. Oh, I'm so happy that we were accurate, Flea Little Piggy. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I thought she was looking at my cards weird because they're kind of holographic.
I mean, I like them though.
Yeah.
They look really shiny, and like you could, you know, bring them to like a party if, you know, you decide to, you know how people DJ, and then you could you know, you could do readings with the holographic cards while other people are DJing, and like I could see you doing that in like a club setting. Although I wouldn't want to be in a club though. Maybe when the pandemic's over, yes, but
yeah, not right now though.
I could see you reading those in like a bar setting.
That's actually true.
And, you know, you could wear that red pinup dress.
That's true.
And, you know, Glenn would probably have to be careful and be jealous because a lot of guys are going to hit on you.
Yeah. The cherry pinup dress.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, that's a really good... It's a nice deck.
Oh, thanks.
I'm attracted to shiny things, so...
All right, so we're just choosing randomly now. Thank you so much for your donation, Flea Little Piggy. We love you very much. Let's go ahead and do... Oh, okay, Flea Little Piggy donated. Thank you, Flea Little Piggy.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, now can you see me finding my true love in the next 12 months? Okay.
Okay, so what I have here is I have the Pentacles again. What I'm seeing here is that, you know, you're focusing on your career, you're focusing on your riches, you're focusing on yourself, and you are on the right path with what I see with this card, because you have a lot of self-healing you have to do with this relationship. I don't really see you still being in love with your ex. I see that you've moved on and you wish for him the best, but a part of you is a little bit upset that he didn't treat you nicely like he treated his new girlfriend, and you feel it. You kind of sort of, even though you did want the best for your ex, you sort of feel, in a sense, betrayed that he is treating someone else in the way that he never treated you, and a part of you feels betrayed and hurt because you wish that you were treated well, and a part of you feels as if, okay, what does this person have that I don't have? And a part of that is in the blockage of where you feel as if, okay, I kind of deserved this, and it's in the way of, you finding true love and finding self-worth in yourself.
Okay.
And then
So
what I
yeah.
see here with the Seven of Pentacles is that, it goes back with how you're conflicted, where you're happy, but at the same time you're hurt because a part of you blames yourself for how he treated you. I don't really see that you're in love with him or that you're not over him in the romantic sense, but a part of you has put a lot of love when it came to that relationship, and I see that you felt betrayed because, well, why did he never treat me nicely? And a part of you kind of goes back in circles blaming yourself for how this person treated you, and a part of that is hard, and I could see it being hard for you giving yourself self-love. And then I have the Nine of Pentacles, and with the Nine of Pentacles, what I'm seeing here is that you are going to end up being successful within what you're putting in your career. You're going to end up getting everything that you need, but before you end up finding love within someone else, you have to accept the truth within that past relationship and accept the fact that, okay, he treated me badly, but not because I deserved it, but because he had a lot of traumatic things going on. We weren't meant to be together. And regardless of how he was then and now, you know what? I don't deserve it. And you have to give yourself love first before finding true love within other people. And then what I have with the Knight of Wands is that love is going to come to you, but be aware that if you're not ready for it, and if you still are holding in these toxic thoughts of, okay, you know what, it was my fault that he treated me in this way, you may end up attracting abuse in another form if you aren't careful as to discerning, okay, well, here's how I want to be treated. I didn't deserve to be treated like this, and I'm going to give myself love. So before you end up finding love yourself first.
Yeah, I feel like that there is a lot of self-love that's going to be happening here. It feels like that there's a lot of sadness, a lot of hurt because I got the devil card. It feels like there is some depression that was leading on from the past. And it feels like here with the 10 of Pentacles, you're actually going to be very well when it comes to career and finances. It feels like that there was some weight here with the 3 of Wands that you're trying to see how things overlooked when it came to the relationship, but it feels like with 7 of Pentacles, it feels like you're going to be focused on your career finances. I would say don't stop here, keep going. And it feels like there's some regret that when it comes to the relationship, but it feels like there is a lot of self-healing that needs to be done. And with the 4 of Wands here, things are looking up for you. Things, you're going to be very happy, but there is just a lot of self-healing that needs to be done.
Honestly, I would rather be rich and single rather than be poor and to be in an abusive relationship. Whenever I, am feeling that quote unquote lonely, I typically watch Dr. Phil and the dysfunctional relationships that go on in there, and to see how many women justify their abusive relationships. And, I am good with being single and not having someone throw a stringent on my face.
Yes, I agree. I'd rather be rich and single too.
I mean, hey, you're going to be rich and you're getting married, so.
Exactly. And the 4 of Wands does confirm that.
I mean, hey, would you rather be rich and single, or, be without Glenn, or, still be with Glenn and be where you're at now?
Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, Glenn is actually a good person, so
He is.
at
He's
least
a
from what you
very,
told me. Yeah.
yeah. We have our nitpicks here and there, but he is a good person.
Yeah.
So let's see. We have Valentina
Yes,
donated.
that's good. That's a good outlook to have. Yeah, I'm still single.
Love it.
I love that. Yes. Or someone who domestically abuses people. That is not good.
Yeah. So yeah, how is the relationship between A and C going?
Okay.
And thank you for your donation, Valentina.
Thank you again.
Did you get a new picture, Valentina? It looks good. She had I think she had another picture on her profile.
Okay, so what I have here is that there's the Eight of Swords. I see here is that one of the parties, I think that the male, they have a lot of trauma going on within their past relationships, and I see that with the Eight of Swords, they kind of rushed into it too quickly. Like, I don't necessarily see their own psyche being that good, and I see them as someone who would rather rush into things, and they're not the type of person who thinks things through thoroughly. And I could see that there's a lot of self-work that has to be done, but this person would rather blame everyone else and be in denial about what they have to work on when it comes to themselves. And when it comes to that, they'll start a new relationship and they'll be happy at first, but when the deeper problems start getting in, I see that there's been a lot of infidelity when it came to this person. And then with the Lovers, I see that this person is in a high rush when it comes to romance, but they shouldn't necessarily be in a relationship. But I also see that there's hard attachments when it comes to being alone. Like, they'll be in it for the high ride, like when things are going good, but they aren't there to stick in the long run. I could see that one of the parties is someone that will, screw over who they're with, and they may not mean to, but they can't really be alone. And because of that, they end up staying in a quote unquote relationship for, again, the high ride. And then if it isn't going well, like I could see that one of these people, they can't stand having arguments. And every single relationship will have a moment where there's an argument. But when there's an argument between this person, I could see them being a bit of an explosive person, and it leads to them doing things like infidelity, and them blaming the other party for why they may have quote unquote cheated. And then what I have with the Seven of Wands is that this person is someone that is always in a defensive mode when it comes to doing their toxic behaviors, and they're going to continuously argue as to why the other person is the problem, and why they were the one that were responsible for what one of the parties were doing. And I just don't see this being good.
I feel like that there's some endings that are happening here. It feels like there's some depression too with the Hermit. Usually with this card with the Hermit, there's usually some depression, either one or the other from the relationship. It feels like things are not exactly as they seem to be. What I mean by that is, things can be picture perfect, on social media, but in the limelight, like right behind the scenes, it's really not. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of bickering, a lot of struggling. There's a lot of depression kicks in. It's either from A or C. And it feels like there is some endings that might be happening here, but it feels like that there's a happy and family life, but it feels like that was in the recent past. But in the present, there is some depression that's been going on, and there's a lot of fire. I feel like there's a lot of like arguments, and there is a lot of turmoil that actually settles in.
Yeah, I think that this person has to heal before jumping into a new relationship. And considering I got some infidelity messages in the cards, I feel more bad for the person who's with that person over, feeling any sort of relief or happiness.
It's no bueno.
No bueno, yeah. Like I had this ex-boyfriend who who got this new girlfriend right away, and she was trying to say things like I was crazy and stuff. I'm not going to go into that fully, but long story short, I wasn't really jealous of my ex. I felt more concerned about, the fact that someone else's safety may be in danger. And I feel more bad for whoever is dating my ex over, jealousy of whoever he's with. That
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I would not, if this person was an ex-boyfriend of yours, which I have a feeling that they may have been, or an ex-love interest, I would not feel jealous of who they're with, and they're not really healing. And I would warn her, but but at the same time, sometimes when people are warned, they don't listen to it because they're not in the state of being ready to listen to it, and they may lash out at you, even though they quote unquote may have not meant to. And there are people who do stay in abusive relationships and who are constantly in denial. And that didn't happen with my ex and his quote unquote new girlfriend because they broke up, but that happened with like YouTubers with like Onision, where someone would stay in an abusive relationship because they feel, they feel like they're obligated to, and they put up with that abuse. But at the end of the day, this is what I tell myself, you know what? I got out of the situation. This isn't my concern anymore. And that person has to do whatever. That person is responsible for themselves. I'm not responsible for what my ex-boyfriend does. I'm not responsible for what all these other people do. I'm only responsible for me. And you know what? I got out of that relationship and that cycle, and I'm going to find whoever I'm truly meant to be with. That's how I see it.
Those are powerful words, Lucy.
Yeah, thanks. But, that's how I see it, because I've, was observing other relationships where people actually do stay with the abuser and blame themselves.
We wish you the best, Valentina. I'm sure we will be seeing you next week, too.
Yeah. So yeah, never be shocked when your abuser's dating someone.
Yeah, never.
Okay.
So we have Penelope Daisy. Thank you for your donation, Penelope. So we have what's going on with my love life.
Ooh, lots of love.
Lots of love today.
Three of Swords. High Priestess. Okay, so what I have here is the Three of Swords. I see that with the Three of Swords, you've experienced a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. With a lot of these previous romantic encounters, you haven't really necessarily been really ready to date yet or fully move on. And a part of you feels a bit hurt from how things have been for you. And then what I have here is the world. And with the world, what I'm seeing here is that you're understanding these cycles. You're on the right path. And you know what? You know that you don't deserve the way that you used to be treated. And you're giving yourself that love and respect that none of these other people have really given you before. And you're on this new journey and path. What was in the past is no longer relevant right now. And then what I have here is the high priestess, and what is going to go on in your love life is that you're going to give yourself a lot of healing, a lot of self-love, and I see you kind of being a little bit of a relationship counselor when it comes to other people who may have went through the same thing, when it comes to being hurt by other people. And I see you being a very intuitive healer when it comes to your previous experiences with love. And right here, what I'm seeing here is that you're going to end up helping other women who have been in abusive relationships.
Right here, we have the Page of Wands here. It feels like here that you are, having that fire, having that passion. You are going to be helping others because you've been through a traumatic experience with the Tower card. This is stating that not to keep going with what you're doing and don't give up with this new endeavor that's happening. It feels like when it comes to love, though, you might meet a masculine energy that is an earth sign here. So there might be some love coming toward you, but it feels like that there needs to, when you step into your power and when you step into your purpose, your divine purpose, you're actually going to be meeting the other person. But it feels like here with the Five of Cups here, there is some regret that's been happening. So it's really important to just move forward accordingly and, help other people in order to, help other people with what they have gone through. Share your story, share what you know. I'm getting tongue twisted with my words today. Yeah, I just see a lot of toxicity because we actually, behind the Five of Cups is the Devil card here. It feels like you've been through the ringer, that's for sure. I'm so sorry you've gone through that.
I'm so sorry, yeah.
All right. So that is what we are seeing, Penelope Daisy. And let me draw. I feel like you need a oracle card because that was just kind of like ended on a positive note.
I mean, I see her being a wonderful healer, and she's going to do great things.
That's true. I was saying because I kind of got that Devil card that came out. That's why I felt like I was told to get an oracle card for Penelope.
I mean, I love oracle cards. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, usually when the Devil card or something comes out, that's when I'm like, let me pull an oracle card. So the person you are inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive natural born leader. So this is confirming that you are stepping into what your divine purpose is. And it feels like you had to go through a lot in order to see what your true calling is. And this is saying here, you're a highly sensitive being, so you have to protect yourself accordingly, because you're empath. It feels like you're an empath too. It feels like you feel what others feel. That is what I'm seeing, Penelope. That's what we are seeing, Penelope. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Lucy?
No. What I'm seeing here is that, you're going to focus on a lot of self-love. On the positive note, you're focusing on the right things, and you already have learned and gone through the cycle of understanding and grieving as to why these things happen to you. And you are going to be a strong, inspirational speaker towards women. So that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing. So we have DRLS World. Thank you so much, Penelope. Keep us updated and let us know.
And what that question means, so.
Is my friend's troll who I think it is? No, I don't understand it either.
I don't understand it. Do you mean is my friend who I think they are? Is that what that means? Or I don't understand.
I know StreamYard lags a little bit, so I'll give it a minute.
Okay. I don't understand what that means.
My friend has a channel and someone has been trolling racist stuff. Who is it who I think it is?
Okay. Okay. So, wow, this is funny. I'm sorry, I used to be a troll and... Oh, man, the trolling days was so fun. I love... Man. So what I pulled here is the star. I see here is that your friend is starting a new hope with this channel. They're growing it. They're saying positive things and are making a positive impact for themselves. What I see here with the Ace of Wands is that whenever someone tries to do something good for yourself or for themselves, they always end up having someone who is a bit in the way, and they'll always have that, that challenge that tries to take them down or throw them down a notch in the peg, or be that one leg in the challenge. And having this trolling, from my personal experience and from being a troll myself in the old days when I was like 18, 16, 17, trolls only go on the internet and will say something egregious for a reaction to people. And they'll do something just to start something. And they'll do it because it's simply funny. They don't really believe in what they're commenting. But when you feed into it, you're essentially feeding into the troll. And when you feed the troll, you're kind of devaluing your self-worth, and it kind of takes away from what the message you're saying is when you give into a troll. And then with the Six of Pentacles, I see here that your friend is going to be successful with their message and their YouTube channel, but you should not respond to the troll because it makes you lose credibility within yourself and within your words when you respond to someone who's just only posting for the lulz and who's not really being serious at all. And what I'm saying here is don't try to find out who is, behind the troll account, because truth be told, you're going to get a lot of trolls, and you don't spend time that could be used in productivity responding to people who don't really make an effort to try to go online to piss people off. It's not productive, and you'll end up losing a lot of your blessings and credibility if you respond to internet mayhem, or what we call it.
A troll is always going to be a troll.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I mean, that's true, though. I used to be a troll. And considering I have multiple Facebook accounts, that I even had a troll make a fake Facebook account of me. And it's funny.
Yeah, it feels like here with the Hermit card, they like to hide.
This is my favorite reading.
So we have the Hermit here. So they like to hide behind closed doors. It feels like here with the Judgment card, they are in fear of being judged. It feels like here that your friend is going to be successful with their YouTube channel and they are growing. But it's important to not feed into the trolls, because if they do, it's going to sabotage them. It's going to make them look like... It's just no matter what happens, though, no matter how a person reacts, even to a troll, and not a troll, it just, somebody's not going to be happy. And it feels like when other people start climbing up, they get more trolls. So
yeah, like, I'll admit it, considering the fact that I used to be a troll, it was fun pissing off a lot of people back then. I used to post very immature humor, and I really liked the username that South Park used. It was like SkateCon42. That was funny. And like a really funny troll name was MLKKK. I don't know how South Park gets away with that, but that's a really funny troll name. But like, these people don't really believe in what they post. They're only doing it for reactions, and there's people who will pretend to have these opinions and will post something really controversial and egregious, and they're not really taking any effort or energy into doing it, and they're not really quote unquote pissed off. And what I've seen here when it came to people responding to my trolling and my observation of this, a lot of people respond to me trolling or my trolling because they feel like they're fighting against something, and how do I word it? A lot of people will say, okay, a troll isn't someone that's accomplished in life. A troll may live in their mother's basement. But truthfully, how I feel about someone who responds to a troll is that they feel as if they're not adequate enough, and they want to feel as if they're doing something. So when they're attacking this nobody who is posting something egregious and offensive on an online platform, they feel as if, I just tackled down a racist, or I tackled down a Nazi, when really it's just like, no, dude, you just attacked some rando on the internet who didn't even give a fuck about what you're saying. I mean, you know what? I would just, report the racist comment and don't, I see the channel being successful and I would ignore it. I see, I would just ignore the racist trolling because, for starters, responding to those people, it takes away from your credibility, and you're not fighting against actual racism when you respond to a troll who's posting something as racist.
Mm.
Yeah, don't get into trying to find the identity of the troll. Just report the rudeness if they're expressing rudeness, but other than that, don't get into it. Don't get into a heated argument with it, because in the end, you're kind of feeding into it. I mean, there was this YouTuber that Melissa did show me that made a 2-hour hexing video defending herself against trolls that commented on her YouTube channel. I'm not going to get into the name of that. It was really funny, but it took away a lot from her credibility, as you know.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't try to find out who the identity is. So we will leave it right there, DRS World, and keep us updated on that.
Yeah.
But you can actually report it. You can. So we have Flea Little Piggy. Thank you for your donations, everybody. We appreciate it very much.
Okay, so what's the new question? Because I did see that you posted a question and you wanted a new question.
Yeah, what is the other question?
Honestly, yes, Brenda Harper. That's basically how you respond to a troll. Considering I had previous experience in trolling, honestly, yes. That is how you respond to a troll.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
I was trying to see if they posted the other question, but I'm not seeing it.
I mean, they're still in the group, in the chat. Do you want a new question, or do you want us to read this one?
I know StreamYard lags, so probably give it a minute. I'm feeling like I'm feeding my codependent questions tonight.
Oh, it's like morning over here, or afternoon. Okay, we can do this one.
Okay.
Okay. So what I have here is I have the Ten of Cups. I see that your ex is tremendously happy in this new marriage. They're hoping to expect a child soon. I could see them trying to get pregnant with this new woman, but they still, they feel as if, they're sorry for how they treated you and how they hurt you in the past, and they want to make amends towards everyone that they hurt, because they don't want any karmatic things happening to them in this new relationship and this new life. And then what I have here is strength. Your ex does want you to move on, and your ex does have love for you. They're not in love with you, but they want you to be happy, and they want you to know that, okay, you didn't deserve how I treated you, and I want to give you closure as to how I treated you, and I hope that you find happiness in the way I found happiness. And then with the Four of Swords, what I'm seeing here is that while your ex is happy in his new relationship, this person feels very guilty for everything that they've done.
I don't see them just hurting you. I've seen them hurting other people. And by hurting other people, they kind of feel as if karmatic things can happen to them in a place where they don't want it to happen. And I could get a sense of feeling that this person may be a little bit on the superstitious part. You know, they don't really want that feeling of feeling cursed because of the bad things they did, and they still want to be able to conceive and have children. So, you know, I could see this person feeling as if, okay, if I don't make amends for everything bad I've done, you know, tragedy can befall me and my new wife, sort of deal.
Yeah, I definitely see, you know, a child on the way with the Page of Swords. And I was holding up this card is because it looks like that they do. And I didn't expect this card to come out either. It was sex is not love. So basically it feels like here that there is a lot of, I'm trying to think of the right word so I don't get demonetized. They're very happy in their relationship. It feels like that there is a lot of pleasure here. So it feels like here, that's a good word to put it, right? So we have here with the Ace of Swords here. So it feels like there's new beginnings and there is a child that is on the way here. It feels like they are very happy in their relationship here. But it feels like here that there is some overwhelm, there's some anxieties when it comes to the relationship and about if he is happy in his marriage. It feels like here that it feels like there is one-sidedness. There is not equal give and take. It feels like there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of stress around the situation. It feels like that they're trying to do their best. It feels like they are happy, but it feels like that somebody uses pleasure in order to get what they want. Does that sound strange to you, Lucy?
I mean, not really, because whenever someone feels guilty when it comes to being in a relationship, you know, where they're like, okay, you know what, I don't deserve this person. I did a lot of bad things. This just feels like it's too good to be true. I did end up pulling a card where it did feel as if he was a little bit superstitious as to where, you know, he's like, okay, you know what, I don't want to be cursed from whatever I did in the past. I don't want it to karmatically come back to me. And they're kind of still stuck in that guilt. And ironically, when they're still stuck in that guilt, it may end up causing problems within, you know, the marriage.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. All right. All right, Flea Little Piggy. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate it. And yeah, I see usually with the Page of Swords, it could be many of things. One, it could be a child that is expected or on the way, or two, it could already be they have a child. And three, also, it could be starting something new, maybe some legal contracts coming their way. That's brand new. So we have Julie Jewel. Thank you for your donation, Julie Jewel. We appreciate it very much. And he got 2 children. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was quick.
He has 2 children. Okay, that's good for him. That's weird that he's feeling guilty after everything now.
Yeah.
But he should let go of that past. When will you get pregnant? Ooh.
That's kind of hard with tarot cards too. You can look and see if there's any repetitive numbers that keep coming up.
Okay, what I have here is the Hermit. And with the Hermit, I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of stagnation going on because there's this rush to get pregnant. And, you know, a lot of it is just repetitive having sex as opposed to enjoying the sex. And a lot of it is, okay, I just want to get pregnant, get me pregnant now. And a lot of it is just, you know, a lot of stress that's going on. And then what I have here is the Seven of Swords. What I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords is that, you know, there's a lot of anxiety when it comes to getting pregnant. There's a lot of defense going on, and there's a bit of betrayal going on too. Because what I see with the getting pregnant thing is that maybe you should ask your partner about the anxiety they may feel when it comes to having a child, and if they truly want the child. And I would, you know, observe their behavior when it comes to this, because I'm seeing here that there's a bit of deception going on. Maybe it's with the finances, maybe it's with the state of mind there is right now. I would try talking to your partner about how they feel about having a child, because a part of them, I'm not going to be mean or anything, I see that a part of them has anxiety when it comes to having a child, and they're keeping a secret from you.
Yeah, I feel like, and that confirms with the Three of Swords here. There's a lot of anxiety and pain around the situation. And it feels like that there is, you know, with the Six of Cups here, it feels like here that there, you want to be offered something, you want to be offered a child, but it feels like here that there is a lot of rushing. There's a lot of emotion when it comes to this, and the swords have to do with sharpness, and it feels like things are one-sided right now, so it's important to see how the reaction is with the partner.
Yeah, because like with the Seven of Swords, that usually means deception in some way. I see that there was some sort of deception in here.
That is, we are seeing, Jewel. So we wish you all the best. And thank you for your donation, Julie.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Queen of Pentacles next. Thank you for your donation, Queen of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, what are current feelings for me? All right, so we have, what are E's current feelings?
Okay, so what I have right now is I have the Ten of Pentacles. What I have here is that this person is trying to focus on their finances, their earthly needs, and because of their focus on their personal desires, they weren't really able to focus on the relationship that they had with you. I see that they were kind of more prioritized with things like their career, things other than you, and you kind of felt like you were not loved. You know, I see that he doesn't, I mean, you know, I see that he kind of put a lot of things off because of his career, and he kind of felt like you were unloved, and he had other priorities than just you. And what I see here with the Tower is that it's great to focus on yourself, it's great to focus on your career, but there's a difference when it comes to being a workaholic and when it comes to being a workaholic. It caused a lot of towers to go on in his life, I could see that he missed a lot of things with you, with family, and he missed a lot of important events in his life because he had things like work to do, and because he missed out on those things, he kind of feels a bit more empty than the typical normal person. So, and then here is the Three of Wands. Yeah, I see the divorce when it comes to the Three of Wands. And with the Three of Wands, what I'm seeing here is that, not a lot of time was being made for other things going on. And with other things going on, what I'm seeing here is that this person isn't necessarily ready for a relationship and they keep juggling a lot. And what I'm seeing here with the juggling a lot, it's that they don't really have time. They struggle with a lot of time management, and a lot of problems have to be resolved is the fact that they don't really have time, for starters. And I see this person constantly in the struggle of it. And then I'll pull out one more card. And then with that, what I see is, and the last card I pulled out is the Sun. And then with the Sun, what I'm seeing with all of these events is that throughout the process and throughout the marriage or what they're going through right now with their Tower moment, they're going to end up finding happiness. And from this relationship process that they're going through, they're going to end up learning as to how to make time for the people that they love.
Yeah, I see a lot of pentacles here. So it feels like here that they are juggling when it comes to career, finances, and just life in general. It feels like it has to do with the relationship. It feels like here that they do have feelings for you. It feels like with the three of Pentacles here, they've been working on details and working on moving up when it comes to their career and finances. It feels like here that they are, trying to give all they have. Mm-hmm. And it feels like here because they had a period of being left out in the cold and they don't want to be poor is what I'm feeling like. It feels like here their mind is more on career and finances than love. But it feels like here they're trying to juggle everything, but they're just focused on themselves right now is what I'm picking up.
Yeah, I say that they're focused on themselves, and maybe what I was picking up was from the marriage, because I still see that the energy is towards the marriage where they felt like they were a bit of a workaholic and they didn't really feel it. They didn't really spend as much time with their loved ones. And, I'll pull last card. What I have... I'll pull out a last card as to what they feel about you per se, but I kind of picked up on the marriage. And okay, let's see what they feel about you. Why did I pull up stuff on the marriage? But what I see here is that there is this Nine of Wands card, and with the Nine of Wands, they do want to go for you. But they're kind of still in that path of, processing, okay, well, how do I, manage time for the people I love? How do I do this and how do I do that? And there's still some faults within themselves.
You're welcome, Queen of Pentacles. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for donating.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
So remember, super chat and donations do take priority. Otherwise, we choose randomly from the chat. We're only going to be staying on for probably another 10 minutes, and then we're getting off. So we're just choosing randomly now.
Yeah, but if someone's in the process of getting divorced, I would not date them until they're fully divorced. Just simply because there's a lot of
Yeah, that makes sense.
turmoil, and there could be emotions going on with their ex-wife or husband that they're not telling you, considering I kind of was with a married man for a while who did tell me that, yeah, I'm getting divorced. That doesn't mean that they're technically not getting divorced. It just means that when you're married to someone, there's a lot of ties that go in between that, and it's harder to let go of than you think.
Powerful words.
Yeah. But then again, the guy who I was seeing wasn't really. Oh, man.
Was he tall, bald, and handsome? I'm kidding.
I mean, yes. But also,
We like to joke around with each other.
yeah.
I like to give her stuff sometimes. It's the same with me too.
Yeah, but the guy who was married that I was kind of seeing was lying about it.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Oh, really? Well, the guy you're married to, the married guy you were seeing was also bald too. That's funny.
Maybe I was picking up on that.
I would just fully wait until they're divorced, because divorces take a really long time and you don't really know what they're saying to their wife or anything. And you don't really know what assets are between them. And yeah.
So we're just choosing randomly now. That was just a guess.
I'm like, maybe psychic. Maybe all these bald guys are, just trying to be single and on the market.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, wait until it's final, because a lot of guys tend to lie when it comes to their divorce proceedings and stuff.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
Yeah, don't ever get involved with someone who's married. And if they have kids, that just makes it a lot more complicated.
Oh.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next topic. Thank you so much, Queen of Pentacles. We appreciate you very, very much. And just wait until the divorce is final.
Just wait until the divorce.
So we have Flea Little Piggy. Is my beautiful dog who passed away in March with me in spirit?
I have the Eight of Pentacles. I see that the dog that had passed away is with you in spirit. They're very loyal from what I see with the Eight of Pentacles, and they're kind of living the high life when it comes to being a spirit. And I see that they're very happy in the afterlife.
Yeah, they're definitely with you in spirit. We have the Strength card here. So they're wanting you to utilize their strength, and it feels like they are definitely with you. They're very loyal to you. Why? Because of the Strength card?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I like this one.
I like the dog.
I think it's supposed to be is that a dog or a lion?
Man, you know, it'd be really ironic if I pulled the Grimalkin tarot and read that reading. It's my cat tarot deck.
Oh, oh, you should.
Eh,
Maybe
only
next one.
my cat. Maybe next time I'll show off a cat tarot deck.
Hi, Happily. So we're here for another 5 more minutes and then we're calling it a day. Thank you so much for hopping on, Happily. We appreciate it. All right, so we're just choosing randomly now. So will P propose to me and when?
I pulled out the Seven of Swords, and what I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of trauma when it comes to this subject, and I could see that this person had proposed marriage to someone else previously, and they were disappointed by that person. And what I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of betrayal when it came to the topic of marriage. So they still have to overcome that trauma when it comes to being married, when it comes to the topic of being married, and they're not really looking to getting married now.
Mm-mm. With the Queen of Pentacles here, I'm seeing that they're focused on themselves right now. It feels like they're trying to build their empire. It feels like here with the Sun, they're trying to ride away from their problems here. It feels like here that they have some work that needs to be done and maybe some debt that needs to be paid off with the Queen of Pentacles here. No, that's okay, happily ever after. That happens. That's
It happens, yeah. Hey, better late than never.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the same thing with Healing Days Oracle channel. I don't get notified at all. And that was the same thing with you today. You know, I never got notified about your video.
Yeah, you never got yeah, you know, I'm making a video series on the topic of shadow work when it comes to the tarot and knowing how to interpret the tarot in different ways. If you want to head over.
Let me put your link in here.
Yeah. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of shadow work on her channel, so it's very exciting.
I wanted to do something new that wasn't, you know, on the mainstream when it came to tarot channels, so.
And not a lot is on shadow work. You mean you see a few videos, but not in depth like you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I have a 30-minute long video about the magician and the fool.
Yeah, one of these days I need to change my angle and show my face.
You have a pretty face.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe you're not showing it because you know that Glenn is going to be jealous if, one of these tarot guys are going to hit you up.
That's true. Like, what's that guy's name? Tyler's Tarot. I'm kidding.
Tyler's Tarot?
Oh, he has like over 500,000 subs.
Hey, go get that guy.
I hope my boyfriend did not hear that.
Hey, you know what? That could be like a celebrity crush, though. It's like your tarot celebrity crush.
Yeah, that's true.
And like a guy with 500,000 subs, it's not like they're gonna notice.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
It's like you say that you're gonna leave your boyfriend for Brad Pitt.
That's true.
Okay, Brad Pitt is ugly though, so.
Yeah. He's getting older now, so.
I would I would want like the life that Brangelina had, but I don't want Brad Pitt.
Exactly. Oh, thank you, happily ever after.
That's funny. Bald guy moved to Vegas. Okay. So let's do one more and then.
Okay. All right. So we have Mary M. So will S and I reconcile romantically? Do you see it happening anytime soon?
I have the Knight of Swords, and what I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of logic that has to go into this, and with this, what I'm seeing here is that with the Knight of Swords, you may reconcile, but I don't see that you guys want to reconcile because there's a lot of trauma and history that happened between you guys, and there's a cycle going on. And with this, what I see here is that you guys are beginning to realize that you guys aren't necessarily the best pairing for each other.
Yeah, and I see here there is a lot of passion, and it feels like that there is anger. Turn that anger into passion, something positive. I'm going to draw a tarot card because that can be kind of cliche.
Yeah.
I have the Two of Wands here. So it feels like there is some indecisions when it comes to reconciling. It feels like here that I'm feeling intuitively that it's not going to happen anytime soon because it feels like that S is up in the air. Yeah. We have the Seven of Wands here. So in defensive mode right now, there's a lot of fire energy. So it feels like here that there is some type of pit up anger that is going on right now. It feels like here that the best thing to do is move on to calming waters. It's you don't know what lies ahead, but move yourself into a positive light and actually change the anger to positivity. I know it sounds cliche. Oh, so I was listening to last read, so it's happening everywhere. He was getting divorced and we split until he will finalize anything.
Yeah, again, let's see. I'll pull out another card. What I'm seeing here is the Tower. This person isn't really necessarily ready for another relationship, but what I'm seeing here is that I would not get involved with them because they just got out of a serious relationship, and after getting out of a serious relationship, I'll admit that you don't really want to jump into a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but every time someone what I'm seeing here with the Tower is that this person needs more time. And
Yeah.
I'll see what you should do during this time. Oh, I see the Five of Cups, and with the Five of Cups, what I'm seeing here is that you should not. You're going to feel a lot of hurt and betrayal from this, and this person may end up, after finalizing their divorce, they may end up seeing other women on the side to kind of nullify the pain that they're feeling, and he isn't the one for you. he isn't ready for a serious relationship with anyone, and I could see a lot of false promises being made.
Yeah, that's what I saw too about the false promises, especially with the Two of Wands that came up too. So it feels like that with a lot of fire, they're, not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing with tarot cards, though. It doesn't tell me specific. It doesn't tell us specifically sometimes, yeah, we're going to reconcile right away. It could only bring up, it brings up what it brings up. It could bring up current energies, or it could bring up something that can happen in the future as well. I love your phone cover. Or your phone case.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was just looking at something. Sorry. Yeah, okay. But, yeah. Man, I'm seeing a lot of married couples on... Don't go for these married guys. If they're still married... I mean, if you want my honesty, there's a lot of things that, come from being emotionally connected. You may feel as if you have an emotional connection with that person, and it is hard to let go. But not every single emotional connection you have is necessarily a good thing. And sometimes when a guy tries to tell you that they love you, they quote unquote try for you, when really they're trying to pull you back into a cycle, you end up getting a lot of disappointment there, and it's not worth going for. And you deserve better than that. The moment a person will tell me, okay, hey, I'm with this person, or hey, I'm married, but we're getting a divorce, I see that as a red flag, and I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
We wish you all the best, Mary. So thank you so much for hopping on, everybody, all the love, support, watching, and just hanging out with us. We appreciate it very much. And we do these Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m. So if you want to see more of these, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. I will also link Lucy's channel in the chat, so you can subscribe to her as well. She's doing a great series on shadow work, which is really awesome. And YouTube better fix their notifications. So
Bye.
Join us next week, and we will see you later. Have a great day, evening, or afternoon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.